am Roy back again. Oh, my throat is very scratchy this morning. This is May, what the heck is the date today? 18th, 2016. It is a little after 10 o'clock, and yes, I did just wake up. I don't know what's going on with me. I think it's a combination of allergies and maybe a little bit of a cold or something. The weather isn't helping because we have had the worst rainy, nasty weather the past couple of days. Yesterday, it was torrential rains, it was cold, it was humid, and all that combined, it lays havoc with my allergies. I was hoping that it would help because it gets rid of the pollen, but unfortunately a lot of the other stuff that come with the moisture kind of built up and made my allergies go crazy. Well, I have a couple of things I need to do today. One, I have somebody coming to buy that old Keurig, supposedly, finally. Mom's getting really upset because that thing's sitting in the kitchen, and she keeps asking me, "Ma, when are you going to get rid of that?" And I said, yeah, somebody's going to come and buy it soon, so hopefully that'll happen today. And I'm also going to be picking up a desktop. As I've stated before, I needed to get something for a friend of mine. His uncle is looking for a system. It's not something too crazy, but something halfway decent. This computer I'm getting for him is an HP. It's an A6, which is a quad core. I think it's got 8 gigabytes of RAM and a 500 gigabyte hard drive. I may upgrade that hard drive. I think I have another 500 gig drive I can put in there, so I can bring it up to 1 terabyte. It just depends on if that computer has any ID ports, because that other drive is an IDE drive. If not, then I'm sure the 500 gigabyte will be fine. But other than that, I need to go and make myself a cup of coffee, as I say every morning. I just need that pickup because my brain doesn't work without it, guys. I don't know how people work without coffee. I need that little caffeine fix to kind of just jumpstart me. It's like put the electrodes on like Frankenstein had. Put those on, get a little jump start, and then you're good to go for the day. Incidentally, I am still filming. This is the second day filming the vlog with my new Canon camcorder. This is the HFR 700. Couple of things I love about it. I mean, the video quality is fantastic. Right now I'm filming in 60p or 60 frames per second. This is 24-bit video, and this is actually in AVC HD mode, so we're going to see the difference in the quality. Yesterday I was only filming in 16-bit. That was 30 frames per second, and I think that was MP4, so we'll see the difference in quality. One thing I don't like about this camcorder is it does not have as wide of an angle lens as my Sony did. I'm noticing that right away. You guys probably see that in the vlog yesterday when I was talking in the car. It's okay. I mean, I can deal with it, but I really wish they would have put in a little bit wider angle lens, so it'd be easier if I'm vlogging in the car, then you guys can actually see my whole face, except being just cut off like this, at least for the first part of it. But it's a learning experience, and I'm planning on buying a couple more camera mounts. I'm going to use one. I have one of those little baskets that sit right on top of the dash that I can attach a suction cup mount to, and I'm thinking of trying that because I think the angles will be a little bit better than the one that I have now, which is literally attached to the windshield, maybe not even 2 feet from my face. So I'm going to order a few of those mounts, and we'll see how that works out. I'll talk to you guys a little later. Alright guys, let's see, let's shine some light on the situation here. There we go. Let's go check on the cats real quick. I'll show Simon first. See how he's doing. Everybody seems to want daily updates on him, so here he is, as usual. Hi, buddy. You want to say hi? Want to say hi to everybody on YouTube, Simon? You gonna be a good boy? What's this? What's this, bud? What's this? Kinda nosy. Close up. We could do extreme close up with you? Nah. I'll play around with LT like that, but Simon's just he's too mellow. I don't want to get his goat up, and he can get very aggressive during play. Like if I start playing with him rough, he definitely start trying to claw and kind of nibble at you. I know a lot of people don't believe that because he's usually so mellow, but That's just the way he is. He's a very aggressive player. You doing all right, bud? Your coat looks very good. Yeah, I've been trying to brush him on a daily basis. I didn't do it yesterday, so I'll have to do it today. But one thing I've noticed is the more I brush him, the better his coat feels. It actually stimulates the natural oils in his coat. So if you brush him a lot, you can actually feel the oil coming to the surface of the skin, and then of course to the fur itself. And one thing that really helps is the fact that he doesn't have any dander. Like if I don't brush him for a week or two, it doesn't stimulate the oils, and they won't come out, and he'll actually start getting flaky skin or dandruff. So it's one thing you want to do with your cats, especially this time of year. When they start shedding a lot, and during the winter time, because with the heat their skin can get very dry, and you'll see a lot of that dander come out. Isn't that right, sweetie? Yeah. Well, your skin looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and get my first cup of coffee, and gonna go ahead and let you sleep. Alright guys, just thought I'd show you what I'm doing for breakfast this morning. I'm cooking up some of that Dollar Tree sausage. Looks really good. It's a little fatty, but I always drain it off. That's why I leave my fat cup right here. I'm toasting up some honey oat bread. This is honey wheat bread, I'm sorry. And I'm going to go ahead and cook 2 eggs. So I'm going to have a sausage egg on toast. It's going to be really good. This is almost entirely a Dollar Tree meal except for the eggs. And of course, Dollar Tree does sell eggs. So next time I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to make my breakfast entirely with items from Dollar Tree. Alright guys, so I just finished breakfast. Oh, that was so good. Trying to do that every day though, because that kind of can get fattening. Now I gotta clean this pan, do some dishes, but before I do that, Dad informed me that LT's been very affectionate this morning. She really wasn't leaving him alone, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if she's in her usual spot. See if we can get give some attention to the cat. LT! LT, where's the cat? Oh, that didn't take long. What's up, Elle? What you looking for? You looking for someone to pet you? Oh, yeah. Tell us all about it, little girl. Of course, she's going to make it very hard for me to pet her, as she always does. But like Simon, her coat is looking really nice. I've brushed her every day. It's getting those oils up to the skin and then up to the fur. No more dander, which is really important because when she gets her skin dry, she tends to pull her fur out in clumps. She really likes this. Show everybody your pretty face. Most cats like this, right at the base of the tail where the butt is. Love that being rubbed, don't you, baby? I'm going to show your pretty face to YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, Dad says he's been petting her all morning, so she's really wanting attention today. I tried to bring her up in my room last night, but she wouldn't have any of it, unfortunately. Isn't that right, sweetie? Yeah, this is her favorite right here. You want some treats? Want some of these? Want some of this? Some of this? Want some of this? Huh? This? Okay. Let's give you some treats. A few. I'm trying to cut back on her because she really needs to go on a diet, but gotta give her a few treats once in a while. She really enjoys it. She's used to eating this stuff in the morning. Alright, baby. Go ahead and eat your treats. I don't know if she'll... I guess she will do it on camera. And we'll give you guys an update on her tomorrow. Talk to you in a little bit. Alright guys, so let's head to the thrift store. Love this car. Starts up first time, every time. I had a little bit of a weird occurrence a few minutes ago. I was actually in the living room and we were watching TV, and I turned it off to go ahead and film that little portion where I want to show you what I was eating for breakfast. And when I was done, I went to turn the TV on. Nothing. I tried the Fios remote. Nothing. I tried the TV remote. Nothing. I even tried the button from the on the TV itself to turn on. Dead as a doornail. So I'm thinking, oh great, we got this TV less than 5 months ago, and this thing's already on the blink. So I did what I what any good diagnostician would do. The very first thing, I cut power to the TV for about 30 seconds and turned it back on. Luckily, it's easy to get to because the strip is just right behind the TV. You just pull it out a little bit and you can reach it. And sure enough, it came back on. But I do want to watch it from now on because that should not be happening. That might mean that there's an intermittent problem in the PCB or the power board. So if it happens again, I'm gonna be calling. I think we got that TV at Target. I'm gonna give Target a call, and if they can't do anything about it, then I'm just gonna go right to Vizio because that's not good. I mean, that TV is not even 6 months old yet, and we're already having some problems. I know I've touched on this before, but I'm just going to say it one more time. They make stuff like total garbage these days. It just amazes me how crappy and shoddy stuff is made. I mean, like I said, I've seen computers where the hard drives are going bad within 6 months. It boggles my mind. These once very highly sought after, very high-end companies are making total garbage. And you know, Vizio for many years made excellent TVs, and look at this, not even 6 months out and it's already starting to cut out. But I digress, guys. One other thing I wanted to let you guys know, I am considering, and this is not going to be something that's going to happen probably 5-6 months down the road, I really want to upgrade my laptop to an SSD. As you guys that have watched my channel for any length of time know, I upgraded my Dell XPS 8700 to an SSD a few months back, and then I just upgraded my Media Center PC, the HP 6-core. Well, I'm enjoying those so much that I think it would be really nice to get my laptop to have an SSD. Right now, my laptop just has a conventional 720 gigabyte Hitachi DeskStar hard drive, which works fine. The hard drive itself is in excellent condition. It really doesn't give me any problems other than the fact that it's slow because it's a conventional hard drive. And I've done some pricing, and I think what I'm going to do is try and get another one of the Crucial MX200 drives. But the problem I'm having is for the laptop, I need at least 500 gigabytes of storage. 250 is just not going to be enough because when I do go away, I use that laptop to edit video and store all my footage, and I'm going to run out of space really quick. So I did some pricing, and the 500 gigabyte Crucial MX200 drives are still fairly pricey. I'm looking at $150+ to get something like that. So it's kind of a pipe dream right now. I definitely do not have the funds for it. But in the future, maybe 5-6 months down the road, that could change. So that's going to be my next big project, is to get that upgraded finally to an SSD. And that's about it. The other computers I have are fine the way they are. I have that Gateway Pentium D system, the E6400. That one would not benefit much from an SSD because that's just a Pentium D. That's an older computer, and that one I use pretty much as like a Netflix server and as my backup machine. So that's going to stay as it is. So the one computer that I really want to get upgraded is definitely that laptop. Wow. I'm just looking out here. It is really cloudy. They said it was going to clear up later on today. I guess that's not going to happen. I don't know. It's amazing to me. The weather service gets it wrong nearly all the time. On the days it says we're going to have torrential downpours are days where it's either sunny or just partly cloudy. On days they say it's going to be sunny, that's usually when we get the torrential rain. So I don't know. Let me know how it is in your area. And I know I talk about the weather a lot, but it's amazing that how often they can get it wrong. And it's not all the time. I mean, when it comes to like the major storms, and if we're going to have some severe thunderstorms, they're usually pretty on the nose with those. But when it comes to the days where it's going to be like, well, we think there's going to be a torrential downpour between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m., they'll usually get that wrong. It'll usually either never happen, or if it does happen, it won't be till like midnight or 1 in the morning. So it just fascinates me. Meteorology has always been kind of a hobby of mine. I didn't go to school for it or anything, but it just amazes me how the weather patterns can change. And I do understand that, especially in our area, Virginia, because we are so close to where the jet stream usually is, things can change just like that, pretty much in a heartbeat. And it is very hard to predict the weather in our area. So got to give them a little leeway on that end. So
I'm almost at the thrift store. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video for a few minutes and let you guys know if I find anything. Talk to you in a few minutes. All right, guys, so I just left the thrift store, and as I was driving here, I kept hearing a sloshing sound, and I kind of had a hunch what the problem is, and I guess this pretty much confirms it. Go ahead and listen to this. Yeah, there is water inside my door. This actually happened with my LeSabre. You can see the water kind of leaked here a little too. What I need to do is have Dad put a couple of drainage holes on the bottom here, because obviously they're not draining too well. He and I will work on that when I do my oil change in a week or so, but thought you guys would get a kick out of hearing that. Not every day you hear water sloshing around in a door. Well, as usual, there was nothing good to be had at the thrift store today. I think that they're being really lax back there. I know that they are kind of short-staffed right now. There were a couple people that quit about a week ago, so the processors are really overwhelmed with donations right now. So, you always got to give them a little leeway when they're short-staffed. Hopefully, by Friday they'll go through the electronics section again, but it's still the same old, mostly those old monitors. I did see something kind of interesting, but I don't know how I would ever use it. They had one of those JVC DVD players that had 3 different drawers. It was like a 3-disc changer. They're from the late 90s, and they were really high-end when they came out, and I think they only wanted like $8 or $9 for it, but it was missing the remote, and I just don't know how I would use it, because you really can't use it on a flat screen, because this was before a progressive scan came out, so this really doesn't do any type of up-converting to high definition. But if I could think of a use for it, and they'll keep marking it down, I guarantee you nobody's going to buy it. If they mark it down to a couple of dollars, then I might just have to pick it up and think about a neat little project to do with it. Hey, you know what? Maybe I could use it as a CD player. I could hook it up to my giant towering component system, as a friend of mine coined, and have an extra CD player, like a 3-disc changer, because it'll work that way. Even though it's designed to play video too. I mean, it does play CDs. I think it said it played MP3s too, which was a big selling point back in the late 90s. A lot of people that were having trouble going from VHS to DVD because they had those big collections. One of the swaying factors was the fact that most DVD players at the time started playing MP3 discs. And this was the time when a lot of you guys probably remember Napster. This is when Napster, if you're old enough, you'll remember it was humongous. People would be downloading music left and right. And of course, back then there was really not a good way to convert it to the regular audio files, or something like an MPEG audio file that Windows Media Player or just like a regular CD player would play, and you'd be burning them onto CDs, and they would be in the MP3 format, and people would be able to listen to their CDs through their new DVD players. And I guarantee you, I know that was a big swing factor for people converting to DVD players from VHS back in the late 90s and early 2000s. And forgive me, I cannot remember the name of the format that the regular CD players use. I'm sure somebody's going to put that in the description. I just don't have my cell phone or my camcorder in front of me, or my my computer in front of me right now. So I'm going to head home. I may stop at the dollar store real quick to get one item, but I'm not going to do a pickups video because I'm not getting any kind of haul today. It would be just to pick up 1 or 2 little things, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings. Talk to you a little later. All right, guys, so I just talked to Dad, and he said he's going to go ahead and drill those holes for me so I can empty the water out of my passenger side door. It didn't get any better on the way home. I could hear it sloshing around constantly, so figured I'd show you guys how he does that. Like I said before, he had to do that with my LeSabre too. They wind up the little drainage ditches in there, or the little plugs, always tend to clog up after a while, and they just kind of retain water. So I guess I could do a start on this for you. It ain't gonna be a cold start, but like I've said, this thing starts the first time every time. Go ahead and pull this into the driveway, which is not always easy. Big vehicles take 2 turns sometimes. So you can kind of hear it sloshing in there as I drive. Good. Okay. Yeah, move the door around. You can hear it. Oh, Dad's getting a call. Well, I can see the Mama Robin guarding her nest right there. Like I said, she's got a nest up in the plum tree, and she sits by there, waits for the worms to come out and feed her young ones. I can hear them chirping every once in a while. I think if I get a little too close, she's going to move, though. She's very nervous, although she's seen people a lot. Yeah. She's trying to pull a worm up for her kids. Did she get one? Oh, I think she got one. Yeah, she's trying. Usually the rain entices the worms to come to the surface, and I actually saw a few of them crawling on the cement a few minutes ago. Yeah, she got one. I could see she got one in her mouth. All right, we'll leave her alone, let her feed her young.
How you doing, everybody? Well, typical problems are why doors rust out sometimes. Water runs down the window, you know, when you're raining or washing. Goes in the seal here and gathers up inside the door. What happens is they got very small drains on the door, and you usually get clogged. So sometimes they're very hard to unclog, and you don't do a good job doing that because it keeps getting clogged afterwards. So what you do is, this is the fix. You drill a hole at the bottom. The other thing is, you gotta drill the hole where it's outside the seal or inside the car. So you gotta make sure you get the outer edge of where the pan is on the bottom. So I'm gonna head and do that.
Okay, so Dad's down there. He's about ready to put the first hole in. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh man. I knew there was quite a bit of water in there.
You drill the yellow before you get wet.
Okay. Oh yeah, look at that, guys. Tons of water. How much would you say that is? Maybe a quart?
Could be any amount, could be a gallon or two.
Unreal. So that was sitting inside of my door. And like you said, that's basically because the holes that are there by the factory tend to get clogged up after a while. So that's a quick fix, right, for something that could potentially rot out your entire door.
Yeah, and the holes don't bother anything.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to let that drain out and talk to you guys a little bit later. A little bit of an automotive tech tip for you guys. All right, guys. Well, hope you enjoyed today's vlog. I'm going to end it here. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as I say every day, have a blessed day.